In this video, we are going to create our first class in Python called person. This is a bit confusing, but what this means is just as there are data structure of type list, we have also in a sense extended the Python language to include a new kind of data structure called person. In Python, a class and a type are synonymous. The person structure can encapsulate different attributes and methods that will be specific to that object. Let's create a person class. We use the keyword class followed by the name of the class and colon. I press return or enter on a Windows. Now I'm in a block scope of a person class. I'm going to type a keyword pass, which I will explain in a second. Now, if I print the type of the persons by using type function and then passing in a person. Now let's run this code and we get the class as type. Having a blueprint for building something is great first step. However, blueprints are very useful if you can't build what they describe. Instantiating an object of a class is an act of building what the blueprint class describes. From a person class we've defined, we will instantiate a person object. To instantiate a person object, first we're going to declare a variable. I'll name it Jack equal to, and then use person followed by two parentheses. Save the file and I'm going to run the code. We don't see any error. Now let's just print the type of Jack. So I'll type print. Let's run the code. And now we can see the type of a Jack is a person. Another object using person class. I'm going to name it Jill. Now let's print out the type of Jill as well. Now we can see that the type of Jill is person as well. Let me just get rid of these two print statements and I'm going to type print Jack is Jill. Let's save the file, run the code. Now we get false. As we can see, Jack and Jill are not the same because every time you create a new object from a class, it creates a brand new object. Talk about adding attributes to an object. An attribute is a specific characteristic of an object. In Python, you can add attributes dynamically to an already instantiated object by writing the name of the object followed by the dot and the name of the attribute that you want to add. We're going to define an attribute called name for Jack. The way we do it, we use Jack and a dot syntax and the name of the attribute. We use the assignment operator, which is equal to sign, and then the value for that attribute. So in the single quotes, I'm going to type Jack. Let's save the file and I'm going to print Jack now. So let's just do a Jack, run the code. Now we have this person object. And now if I print Jack.name, let's run the code, I get back Jack. And here we type a value Jack is the name attribute. I'm going to run the code and I get back Jack is the name attribute. Setting attributes in this manner is a bad practice since it leads to a hard to read code that's hard to debug. We'll see appropriate way of setting attributes in the next video. You can get the value of an attribute by using a similar syntax that we've seen, using a dot and an attribute name. Every object in Python comes with a built-in attribute such as __dict, which is a dictionary that holds all the attributes of an object. So what we're going to do is let's just get rid of name and I'm going to use __dict. Save the file and run the code. Now we get back is a name and its values. So if I add another attribute for Jack, so let's just say age and we set the value as 25. Run the code. Now I get back name, that's a value, and then attribute age and its value. So __dict will have all the attributes and their values, and they will be printed out in the console or returned if used from a function.